with Stu and Rich. Mojo 50 Radio.
As you see in the bottom of the screen there, that is a ruggedly good-looking, oversized, patriotic American. That is Chad. We're going to have him on here to talk about something that happened in St. Paul. You heard us briefly talking about the incident where Antifa showed up to counter-protest against American patriots that were there in disgust with the unconstitutional kicking kids out of schools, masking us, muzzling us, keeping us away from our families, keeping us away from our loved ones at the holiday season, especially in the holiday season. If you're listening with your kids, I just want you to know that there's some language here, so take them away from this real quick. We can't always control what others say. However, we think it's really important to be 1,000% transparent and bring you the truth of what's actually happening out there in the streets. We all know that the media will not do it. Citizen journalism is very important, as well as platforms like this one. So we're going to take you to the scene in St. Paul after Antifa showed up. Watch.
It's insane, man. It's fucking insane, man. Can't even protect our property. What the hell, man? This is ridiculous. I mean, what the hell were they even here for, man?
They spray painted the fucking window. These motherfuckers, and the cops just stood there and they boxed us in and we couldn't do shit. Fucking balls.
Fuck, man. Damn, look at this shit, man. Fuck, bro. You got a tire?
Yeah, I gotta move all this shit to get to my thing.
God damn, dude, I'm sorry, man. Fucking damn. This is insane. Look at this shit, man. You guys just watched it happen. They just watched it happen.
So I think the question is, what are you there for if you're not going to protect us and our property from things like this? Sheriff David Clark had mentioned that, in instances like this, it's going to be left upon Americans to start standing for themselves, even saying that the next time the police need patriots or any citizens to be there for them in their time of need, what's going to happen is they're just going to turn their backs. Now, being a supporter of law enforcement like you are, and I've watched your live videos, I've done a lot of research on you before having you here on the program, and Richard and I are staunch supporters of the blue as well. This is not a fault of the street cops, I don't think, Chad. I think this is more the command staffs who have been politicized and have been infiltrated by the agenda from radical progressives. To that, you say what?
I would absolutely agree with you. I was able to look them officers that were standing in line in the eye, and you could see some of them were a little disgusted with what they were doing.
Yeah.
At one point, I thought my car was being destroyed, and I went to try to protect my property, and the officer said, "I'm sorry, man. I can't let you through." Mm-hmm. But the whole thing felt funny from the get-go. As soon as we got there, several of us were concerned with the way things were set up, and the way it played out, it's just either the far left, they had a perfectly well thought out plan. I mean, they were very tactical, and whether the command staff is just was totally unaware of what was going on, didn't give a crap, or they, I hate to say it, but maybe they were in on it, but we're not going to take that incident and refuse to back the blue.
Right.
That's the agenda. We'd be falling right into the trap and helping them execute their plans. We need to stay vigilant. What was it? Thomas Jefferson said, eternal vigilance is the price of liberty, man. And just because we had a bad day, and like I said, it felt bad from the get-go. And I'm at most of these things, and they're always very, very peaceful and loving, and we're trying to get our message out there, and then we end up getting agitators, and it just felt like we were failed by the police on Saturday. It was still in my stomach. It's been a very emotional week.
I bet.
Well, I'm sure, Chad, that it was hard to stand by and just watch these things happen to your property and the property of the folks that were standing in the line with you. And I have to say that, unfortunately, as the sheriff said, and as you said, I mean, when you look these people in the eyes, they don't always necessarily believe in the orders that they're given. And it's super hard. And I can recall times in my military career where you're given orders and you're given tasks to do, and you kind of go, well, no, I don't want to do that, but yet you have to. And so there's a lot of officers that probably don't believe in the fact that they can't let you go protect your property, and they probably want to protect your property too, because that's the job that they signed up to do. But there's a lot of things on the line, and unfortunately, they're doing a job. So like you said, it's not going to be a reason for you not to back the blue, but I hope that when cooler heads are in the group, you can understand that, there's a job to be done. But yet you also have a job, right? You guys have a goal, you have a purpose, and to keep your eye on the prize. And I wouldn't consider it a bad day. It was a bad day for people's property, but at the same time, these folks know that you're not going anywhere. You can go ahead and damage my car. You can go ahead and break my windows and slash my tires. I'll be here next Saturday.
Absolutely.
So come try it again, and so you just have a different plan of action, I think,
Absolutely. We, I'm not good with bullies, and that's kind of what they do is bullies, and I mean, the way to stop a bully is you pop them in the mouth. Unfortunately, that's where we're getting to. We're not looking for advocating violence or anything. Our protests are peaceful, but man, how long do we have to sit back and get pushed around?
Here's what I'm going to say to that is you don't have to be an advocate of violence. You don't have to enjoy violence to realize that when your back is up against the wall. I've said before, there is nothing more dangerous than an animal backed in a corner. There is nothing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose. And all we have to lose here is our freedom. Small little thing, right? And if we let this continue to happen over and over and over again, every single instance, like what happened to you and your group on Saturday out there at the governor's mansion, what happened to you is one occurrence of thousands of these occurrences happening across the city and the country. And each time this happens, Chad, they win a little bit more. These are small victories in little battles in a big war. And whether or not you support or condone or want to incite or lead the charge in a violence-filled war against the takeover of our country, it's my feeling that it's inevitable and it's going to happen. There's going to be a significant amount of blood spilled in the streets of America before this thing is all said and done. It's just going to have to be a matter of what the tipping point is. And I've long said that I think it's going to be when somebody starts coming for our guns. But it might not be. It might be instances like this. And I'm just telling you and everybody out there, you have the right to defend yourself, your life, and your property. Do not back down. Do not be fearful at all. Stand your ground. You have that right. Chad, you have taken your social media fight away from your personal Facebook page. You've created a page of your own so that people can follow your Patriot adventures. What is it called?
It's called The Patriot Adventures of Redbeard and His Crazy Wife.
The Patriot Adventures of Redbeard and His Crazy Wife. Now, does your wife support that? Or?
Oh, she absolutely does. She's the one we were talking about it. I was like, well, people were saying something about a pirate. I was like, what about, some adventures of Redbeard, Patriot Adventures? And she's like, and his crazy wife.
There you go. So it was her idea. I like it. Do you guys have events upcoming that you want to talk about in Minnesota specifically? Do you want to advertise anything that you have upcoming on the program? Maybe encourage some more Patriots?
Yeah, every weekend we do Stop the Steal at the Capitol, to protest the elections and the obvious fraud. Hold the Line, Minnesota. We've been at the governor's mansion every week and every weekend, every Saturday, and we'll be there again. And the far left is not going to scare us away. It's going to make us stronger, and we'll go there and we'll peacefully protest. But things are different. We won't allow their Antifa scouts in to live stream everything. We're going to keep it peaceful, so we don't want people scared off from what they see.
I got something important that I want to ask you. As you're talking and you have the American flag behind you and the blue line flag behind you, both are now apparently symbols of racism. There are a lot of people out here, okay, the minority of people, but the majority of that minority would say, God, I can't. Stu and Rich had that racist on their program earlier today. No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. That's what it is. The American flag, the blue line flag. That's what they represent now. We have to understand. Apparently, I too am a racist because here I don the American flag everywhere that I go. I will never apologize for that ever. Just to be clear, to those people that say that your movement is racist, what would you tell them? You have the platform. Go ahead.
You are severely misled.
Oh no!
Oh, we lost him. Wow! In the most important time that we have,
There
there
he
he
is.
is. All right.
Sorry, I must not have put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Go ahead.
So, anyway, I would say you're severely misled. You're not looking into things. Mainstream media has indoctrinated you. The people that know me to my soul, to my core, who I am, and I am not going to even for a second try to defend that I am not a racist.
Good.
I am not, never would be, would never associate myself. I've got a biracial daughter. I got a gay brother-in-law I loved immensely. You know, I don't have to prove myself, and I won't. And if you think that of me, if you question it, see you later, man.
Not even going to honor it with
Right
a
on.
response. I like that. Chad, a Minnesota Patriot. We call him Redbeard. And you can find him online. His new page, go follow it. The Patriot Adventures of Redbeard and his crazy wife. Again, give us those times real quick. We got about 20 seconds. Times and dates of your upcoming events.
Noon to 2 at the Capitol, 1 to 4 at the Governor's Mansion, and We the People is rescheduled for June 5th. We have a couple venues, but we got a date. Hopefully you guys are there.
We'll be there.
There.
There it is. Redbeard. More tomorrow as PC Radio continues weekdays, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you then.